Hey guys, welcome to 112 Shelf. Here is a review of the Retro Wave Marvel Legends, Spider-Man, but this is the Jonah Jameson figure. I'm a little behind right now on Marvel Legends. I've been focused on a lot of other things, mainly NECA Turtles, cartoon and movie lines. Started the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers line. So since I have a bunch of Legends, they've kind of been on the back burner. But recently I've been trying to pick up the ones that I do want, and this is definitely one I wanted. Picked this up at Best Buy. They had it on their website for store pickup. Pretty easy transition. I haven't bought Legends from Best Buy before, but this was a rather pleasant experience. So I think I'll be doing business with them in the future on these lines. So here's the J. Jonah Jameson line. I really like what Hasbro is doing with Spider-Man, giving us an expanded look at the Spider-Man universe with figures like this. So it's really great, and not just have villains and heroes, even though he technically is a villain sometimes, but have like normal looking people in Peter Parker's world. So this is the second J. Jonah Jameson we got. And the first one we got was in our chameleon packaging, where it was just a suit and he had 3 different heads. Now, I used to have that figure. I sold it off, but I did keep the Jameson head because I really like J. Jonah Jameson. So this is the old one, and you can see how it compares to the new one. It's basically almost the same. The mustaches are, this one seems like a little more tilted one way, but the only main difference I could see are his eyebrows. His new eyebrows are definitely bushier. And the color of the hair and back, the old chameleon one seems to be gray. This one's more white. Okay, so I'm going to put that old chameleon head over there. Let's look at the figure. And this looks like a standard, casual clothing figure that Hasbro has given us before, with the little differences. It kind of reminds us of the claw figure with the vest. But also the bottom half is basically kind of like the suited figures we've gotten in the past. So let's take a look at his articulation. Again, great paint apps, and I love the rolled up sleeves of the undershirt. And I love the vest, which you could take off easily, but he looks kind of weirdly skinny when you do that, and I don't like it. So let's look at the articulation. Only single jointed elbows because of the sleeves rolled up here. And of course, other than that, his arms can move every which way, your standard Marvel Legend way. His head can move this much down, a lot upwards actually, and of course all around like your standard Marvel Legends. His tie, it's cool. I love how it's like, undone and kind of like looks like it's waving in the wind. Of course, it's just plastic. You can move it every which way. Actually, I think I may have torn that, so let's be careful with that. I love the vest. I love the 2 colored vest. His boots are awesome. They look like nice dress boots, if you could see that. Okay. And of course his pants and belt. It's just a standard Marvel Legend, but I really like it. Has more character than the last one. A suited J. Jonah Jameson. No one wants that. Everyone wants one that looks like he's like walking across the Daily Bugle to get mad at Peter Parker or something. His accessories are awesome. He has this rolled up Daily Bugle newspaper, which I think is cool. We've seen this before in the retro Spider-Man wave, and this is the old one. They kind of look the same. I think the new one's a bit bulkier, if you want to compare sizes on that. He does come with some cool accessories. Let's see if I can get him to stand up. Maybe not. There you go. He comes with extra hands. This one looks like he could hold another newspaper. So maybe I'll put it on there and he could hold 2 newspapers or something. And then a fist for a hand, which is always useful for him or any other figure that needs a fist. A coolest accessory, however, is this one. Okay, a Daily Bugle newspaper. If you could see that, it's so detailed and it's so cool that they use actual Marvel Legends figures in the pictures. Right? Spider, Sham, Masked Miscreant menaces Manhattan, and then it's the Retro Wave Marvel Legends Spider-Man. On the bottom here, it has Cat Burglar at Large, which could be a reference to the new Black Cat figure that we are getting, and Mysterio's back behind bars. Electro speaks out. I guess he has a memoir or something. Cyborg Spider-Man, which we did get a figure of that I have somewhere here, and Empire State University, Apply Now, and Nelson and Murdoch, which I love that detail right there. Maybe we'll get some more retro wave Matt Murdock or Daredevil universe kind of figures. So let's compare the height of Jonah Jameson with other retro wave and Marvel Legends. So as the newspaper said, Cyborg Spider-Man, and he's right here with a size comparison. Of course, Spider-Man has some height on J. Jameson. I wouldn't have any other way. If we're going to compare that Spider-Man, well, we could compare the actual retro wave Spider-Man. So let's put him on the other side here with his alternate head sculpt. So the two Spider-Men are basically the same height, which they should be towering over J. Jonah Jameson. Let's look at the retro wave Peter Parker figure, which I like to put next to each other, and that pointing hand, which I like to pose him like this or something like that. I'm blaming him for something. Like that. And let's look at the retro wave Gwen Stacy as well, which I don't know how I got her to stand in those heels, but it's cool. I mean, I love these human figures that we're getting and not just heroes all the time, right? And let's look at the real reason why I got this figure is so I could clear up a suited body so I could make my Matt Murdock. Okay? So if I wanted to do an extended Spider-Man universe, then I could have them both here. And there you go. Love that Matt Murdock head sculpt. That was with the retro wave armor Daredevil. And I just put bendy wire from like Christmas ornaments and stuff. And I put it on the Mesco, my Mesco Daredevil, his Billy Club. So it looks like he's throwing it like that. Right? So that is your retro wave J. Jonah Jameson. I would recommend to pick it up, guys. I think this figure is fun. It has a lot of personality. I love his facial expression. I love how it looks like he's overwhelmed with work. And I just love having an expanded Spider-Man universe, especially with figures like these. Hasbro is doing a killer job giving us what we want as fans, and it's amazing. So